Welcome to Story Time with Gary. American Hammers TV. This is awesome. We are going to try to make a regular thing out of this. Lee is my co-host as usual. My OG co-host, my original.
Again.
Yeah, and tonight we got Gary Parrish over from Charleston, South Carolina, in the Holy City Hammers. You probably saw his first episode with us back in Jesus. Was that? February or March, or I don't even know. It was a while ago, but
it was a while.
Yeah, it seems like forever because we've done so many shows. But we've had him on again, and we had him with Kostya, and then Chaz popped in out of nowhere. That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's got a lot of stories to tell, so we're gonna get into it in just a minute. But I do need to mention the sponsor, Strava Craft Coffee, and they are out of Denver, Colorado, and they have premium craft coffee, which is just absolutely delicious. If you like coffee, you'll love their stuff. And they have regular coffee. They have coffee infused with CBD oil as well. Low doses all the way up to, larger doses, like 300 milligrams of CBD oil. And that's the CBD oil, not the marijuana oil. You know what I mean? Not the stuff that makes you trip out and all that stuff. This is really good and really healthy for you. Really healthy. And that's why they say even restore peace and wellness on it. I don't know if you really see that, but anyway. That said, we've had a lot of good shows lately. I'd like to thank Gonzo from Hammers Chat the other day for popping in at the very last second, literally, to do a show with us. That was very awesome with me and Wayne. And then we had a lovely time with Christian and Kendrick from Arizona Hammers that had some technical difficulties. We really need to get them back because they had some really cool stuff to say. And unfortunately, not many people could hear it. So hopefully everybody can hear us tonight. And Lee, got anything to add or anything you want to say before we head into story time?
Only that there's some sort of insect flying around in my attic. So I don't know what it is, but if I disappear, if you hear me swatting at something, well, that's what it is. So other than that, I am very excited as always to have Gary here. And I've worn my old school shirt, probably the oldest one I have in terms of when it was actually made. I don't know, we'll just go back to like mid 90s, I guess. So yeah, so I'm pumped. I'm ready.
All right, take it away, Gary. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, I'll just start off this by, Lee, you're talking about your shirts. Well, all the memorabilia I had, and I had a lot of stuff, different letters from West Ham, a load of shirts, a load of memorabilia. Probably like 7 years ago now. Well, maybe 6 years ago, my house burnt down.
Oh no!
So I lost everything I had. Everything. And all I was left with was the clothes I was wearing because I got the call while I was at work, and that's all I had. So I'd lost everything I had West Ham wise. So yeah, that was devastating. But yeah, I didn't have that shirt, but I had a lot of shirts. Actually, a lot of good friends I had, as well as collecting money and stuff. Some people bought me a scarves, some people bought me a shirt, so they helped me get back on track, which was good. And the thing about it is they were fans of other teams. They were fans like Liverpool fans, Man United fans. Everybody chipped in. Like I said, everybody knew me as West Ham Gary in the pub. I was the only West Ham. So although when it comes to game time, they're all fucking arseholes.
Of course.
They're good people. They're good people, and love them to death for what they did for me.
I got something that you might like. I've shown this before, but not when you've been on, I don't think. So this is my 1975 FA Cup winners mug.
Yeah, you showed that one of the shows the other night. You showed that.
Yeah, I did. I think I mentioned my
That's awesome, man.
My brother-in-law's father. I know that's kind of weird, but so my wife's older sister's husband's dad. He used to live in England in the 70s. He went to a lot of matches. At some point, he went to West Ham after they won the FA Cup, and he bought this. And many years later, he gave it to me for birthday or Christmas. My birthday's 5 days before Christmas, so I can never remember which one. But anyway, very cool, and it's one of my prized possessions, and I love it. And
That is
So
cool.
thank you, Bill Harper, who is absolutely not watching this show. I guarantee. But he's a good. In fact, I think he's in England right now. I think he and his wife are in England right now. They travel there every year. Spend a lot of time there. So anyway, thought that was cool. But it's not here. We're not here for me or the mug. We're here for you.
From me, from moi.
Whatever you got. Whatever you got.
Well, let me carry on. Like I just said before we went on air, but some of those stories that I told last week, I kind of rushed through them a little bit because I thought I was trying to get through everything.
Mhm.
And I kind of left a few bits out. Now, you remember the story I told you when we went to Portsmouth away? We went to the nightclub, to the club in the holiday camp, and they asked us to sing on that, record that song on the
Yes.
B-side of the team singing Bubbles. Well, they took us to the recording studio the next morning and recorded it at the recording studio. But then, like 2 weeks later, after we was back in London, we got a letter from West Ham, which is one of the things I lost, asking us to go to a recording studio in London to re-record it, to do it again, to finish, to finalise it. And we also sang background Bubbles with the team in the recording studio. And then afterwards went out to TGI Fridays with all the team.
Huh.
And then, which I proceeded to have a big argument with Mad Dog Allen in the TGI Fridays. A drunken argument. With me telling him, shut the fuck up. We pay your wages, you bastard.
Wait, how did it come to that? What did you argue with him about?
I can't. He's one of those people that, you know, he's out with the boys and he thinks he can take the piss out of everybody. So he was kind of taking the piss a little bit out of us, and I, you know, I just overheard what he was saying, and anyway, so that was, you know, that was good. I mean, that's some of the memorabilia I lost. You know, letters from West Ham over that.
Yeah.
I actually lost the recording. It was on a tape. It wasn't on a CD. I lost that in the fire as well. So I don't have anything to remind me anymore of that.
Now, did that get put on an album somewhere? That would it be like on YouTube somewhere? The video?
I mean, I've searched and searched and searched. I mean, probably someone, if someone over there in England is listening, that maybe someone remembers me from when we used to go together or something like that, or was part of that. Maybe they could get in touch and let me know, because I'd love to have it again.
Well, more than half of our viewers, according to the analytics, say that they're from the United Kingdom. So
Right.
if you're listening or watching, please have a look out for that.
Gary, what year was that just about? Do you remember?
Oh, it was shit. I mean, I'm terrible with. I can't remember like yesterday. You know, so it's mid to late 80s.
Okay. So you recorded Bubbles with them and something else as well?
Yeah, they asked us to sing on the B-side. They wanted the fans to sing on the B-side, and they told us, you're going to be called the Anvil Chorus.
Okay.
That's what we did. It was a medley of old London pub songs, but with some of the words changed, you know. But yeah, so that was just the fans singing, and then you know, we got to sing background Bubbles with the team.
Nice. And then you got to fight with Paul Allen.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Paul Allen, it was Martin Allen.
I'm sorry, Martin Allen. I'm sorry.
Allen's dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry. I used to yes, Paul Allen is dead, and I wrote about Microsoft for like 10 years. And so I'm sorry, I was thinking Paul instead of Martin. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Mad Dog Martin Allen, yeah, of course.
He almost bought the club though, didn't he?
Paul Allen?
Yeah, he was looking
Yeah,
at
I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah, there was
back to Gary.
he was never going to do that. He was never.
But we did have Paul Allen playing for us, because it was they were related. It was, you remember, it was he played in the 1980 Cup final.
Yes.
And Willie Young brought him down, which would have been a fucking straight red card right now.
You know, that's why I was thinking about that, because I had that conversation not long ago. Who was I talking to? Maybe it was on the show. I can't remember. Anyway, whoever I was talking to. No, you know who it was? It was an author we're going to have on pretty soon who wrote a history of West Ham, and he was at the 1980 Cup final, and he was talking about that moment. And that's really why I had Paul Allen on the brain. Anyway, that and Microsoft. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that very, very memorable moment. Yeah, from the Cup final, definitely.
Right. Yeah. So okay. So let me talking of that Cup final is my next story. the quarterfinals. I'm sure you've seen videos on YouTube of the quarterfinal against Aston Villa
Yes.
at home, and the penalty from Ray Stewart right at the end of the game. Well,
yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was in the West Side. That's where I used to go, in the West Side, and it's like a trend, really. That of some of the other stories I've told you. I was drunk as shit, and, giving it all the mouth, and the fuck you, and I got thrown out. So they threw me out, and I'm outside, and I'm thinking, fuck, damn, this is the quarterfinal of the cup.
You got thrown out in 1980 back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. So there's a tickets outside. So I said, I'll have one. I'll have one. I didn't even ask him where it was for. So when you have the cup games, you have to give the away team a bigger percentage of the gate.
Right.
So the further you go on in the competition, the more you have to give them. So Aston Villa had the whole of the South Bank. Now, I don't know if you remember watching the videos on YouTube when Ray Stewart scored that goal. All you could see was everyone jumping up and cheering because that was all West Ham.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be all Aston Villa. Well, I had a ticket for that. I bought a ticket outside, and I said, "Oh shit, this is for the South Bank." So I've gone in there and I've gone up to the bar, obviously, because it sounds like I'm an alcoholic, right? I've gone up to the bar and asking for a drink, and then because everyone's wearing claret and blue.
Right.
So, yeah, that's right.
I asked the dude next to me, in trying to put a Birmingham accent on, are you Villa? And he said, yeah. And then he walked away, and another guy came up and I said, you Villa? And he said, fuck off, I'm West Ham. I said, fuck's sake. I said, so am I. He said, well, come with us. He said, there's loads of us behind the goal. I didn't know how many was there until we actually scored. But that they had the whole of that South Bank. But every clip you see from the TV cameras, there's one from behind the goal that looks down. All you can see is West Ham jumping up. It was crazy. How many West Ham had tickets for that? But I mean, we're all jumping up and down. And I tried back in the day when it was all standing. You had these stanchions. All set out throughout the stand.
Right.
I tried to stand up on top of one of these, and I fell off.
Wait a minute. These things are like pipe. They're not like they're like this wide, right? They're just
yeah. They're metal. It's a metal stanchion that goes like that and then down.
Yeah.
But so I fell off of that, on the floor, and I'm thinking, all right, well, let me get up. And as I got up, I'm right underneath it and smashed my head again. I'm kind of thinking like maybe I need to stop drinking. he says as he takes another swig of his Miller Lite.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I wish I could have seen that. That must have been great comedy. I mean,
but you know what? If I hadn't been drinking and I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't have bought that ticket outside off of that tap, knowing where I was going.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be okay anyway because there was but anyone who hasn't watched it, go on there and watch that. Watch that on YouTube. It's the 1980 FA Cup quarter-final against Aston Villa, and when Ray Stewart puts that penalty kick in there, watch them West Ham behind that goal where they're not supposed to be.
maybe if anybody's in the chat room with us tonight, maybe somebody will pop up a link to that because I know it's out there because I saw it on Twitter within the last month.
Yeah, it's been on there. It's been out there the last. I don't know the last couple of months. People, there's a few times it's people have posted it on there.
Yeah,
it says we have more than a handful watching, but only Gabe and Wally are in the text. I mean, they're the only ones chatting.
Okay. Well, maybe Gabe or Wally will look up Ray Stewart's penalty in the 1980 quarterfinal. I mean, I don't think we can't really put it on live. I don't think on how to do that. but
I mean, yeah.
If we get a link for it, and then other people can click on it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
After the show.
After the show, click on it. Right. We got one more from Gary, so we want to after.
Yeah. So one of your I mean, like you said, you've had some great shows lately, some great people on. When you had Bubbles on,
yeah,
I that was he was fantastic. I loved that, and because I was around back in the day when that first originally happened, when the bond scheme was going on.
Right.
Yeah.
And that guy ran on there and sat in the middle, put the flag there and sat in the middle of right in the center circle.
Really?
Because I joined a group called HISA, HISA, back in the day. It's called Hammers Independent Supporters Association.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually got on the field that day when he did. I think it was that same day that he did that. The pitch kind of got not completely invaded, but people got on the pitch and everyone just sat down on the pitch. So I was on the pitch that day as well, sitting down. I mean, and then, but because so I knew the meaning of it. The day I saw him, Bubbles, run on there and put that flag in there.
Right away, yeah.
It was
Symbolic.
Yeah, it was symbolic. Now, back. What was the reaction after that happened with the bond scheme? So because I'm curious, did the club back then ban the fans who invaded the pitch? I mean,
No,
life.
no, because I mean, no, it was different. I mean, there was so many of them, and the reason they got banned for life was because he was the only one that ran on there.
Right.
No, if there was another 500 that ran on there or more that ran on and done the same thing, just sat on the floor, are they going to ban every single one of them? I don't think so. You know,
they might try now, but I wouldn't think they would have back then.
No, not back then, but that's what I'm saying. Even now, I don't think they would even now. Yeah. You know, because they know what a symbolic thing it was.
Yeah.
Because it was only one person that did it, and it was getting all that media review, and everybody, like they always do, talk shit about West Ham.
Right.
They've got to do something about it, or show they're doing something about it. But to do what they did is bullshit.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel the same way.
There was a couple other people that maybe like I can't remember if there was 3 or 5 people in total, including Bubbles, that went out on the pitch for Burnley, and one of them got in a little. I can't say he got in a tussle, but Mark Noble took him and shoved him to the ground, and that also got a lot of the attention. But no, they whoever all of they were, whether it was 3 or 5 people, they all get lifetime bans.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, they're going to do that. But when it's like 500, it might have been more than 500. You know, they're not going to do that because back then we're in the Boleyn, so it's like we're not 60,000 seat stadium then. You know, so. Yeah. You're going to ban for life like 500 to 1,000 people.
Back at a time when a home crowd could be like 25,000 people.
Yeah. So you're not going to. They didn't do that back then. They may have got. I don't know what happened actually to any of them, but you know there may have been a fine here and there, but not a lifetime bans or anything like that. That's crazy nowadays. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually our most viewed video.
Yeah.
By more than double. I mean, it's crazy. Like a lot of people were interested in to hear what he had to say about that whole situation, and then also get a background on him as well. That was kind of cool, and hopefully we have him back sometime. Yeah,
because I mean, you know. For what he did, people were probably sitting out there thinking, "Oh, what on arse he is." But
some did. I mean, some were giving us shit about it, you know, or even in the live chat were saying, "Well, you know, he's an idiot for doing that. He knew the consequences." Blah 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 blah, and they didn't understand the whole picture.
Right? Really. Exactly.
He's a that's what the interview was about.
Very intelligent man, you know, and he knows what it's all about. He's been there through thick and thin, you know. He's been through the last bond scheme. He knows all this crap, and he's not getting any younger, you know, and he can see his club going away, and he wants something done about it.
Yeah, and I still believe that day was probably more than anything else what spurred the board to actually spend some money over the summer.
Right.
I still think that day made a huge difference in the future of the club. And, you know, it wasn't violent. I mean, it's hard to condone a pitch invasion, but on the other hand, you know, it was like civil disobedience, basically. It was a statement. And they seemed to respond to it. So, you know. Yeah,
they did. But, you know, I think they would have responded to it when, and I watched Batman as well. Batman was another good interview.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah.
And on that point, don't ever tell me about my fucking swearing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But some of the stuff he had to say about the original march that was supposed to took place.
Mm-hmm.
I think if that original march had taken place, we'd have seen a lot more change now.
I think you're right.
No, you're right. You're right. But again, there was just too much divide between the supporters groups. I mean,
Right.
there's so many different, just like how we have so many supporters groups here in America. It's
Yeah.
quite similar where there's different politics involved, even though we're all supporting the same fucking club.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of politics over there in the UK as well.
But I think they had it was going to be a big march, but then when they decided to cancel it because the board said this and blah blah blah, like Wayne said, they should have still gone ahead with it. They should have still gone ahead with it.
Yeah.
But because they didn't, that's what started splitting all the different groups apart.
Right.
It
would have been good to show some unity in the face of the board, to show the board that they were serious, that we all were serious, and that again, that their actions have consequences.
Right.
Again, it's not violent. It's a common form of protest, and generally it gets results. So yeah, probably would have been better if it had happened. But here we are. So
yeah. Just real quick, Wally did post the link to the video.
Oh, nice job, Wally. Thank you.
He said that it's around the 2-minute and 50-second mark of that link that he just sent, and said that the whole section behind the goal goes wild. It's crazy that was supposed to be Villa. Haha.
Yeah.
Now, anybody, any forensic detective who can find Gary standing on the stanchion and then falling off and smacking his head on it in that video.
Yeah.
If you could show us if you can circle him doing that in the video. I don't know, Tim. Can we send it to Starbucks Craft Coffee? I think we could. Yeah.
I was just thinking the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna.
And I'll give you a Dallas Tanner sticker. We have extra of those too.
Well, I mean, good luck with that, because I mean, I've watched it over and over and over and over again. Because every time I tell someone about it, oh, watch this, fucking watch this. Listen, look at this. This is supposed to be Villa. I've never seen me there, so it happened within the times the camera weren't showing on that end.
Yeah.
But
well, maybe somebody will find it. We'll see.
Or how about this? If anybody from England has any like pictures or video of Gary from his past over there in England, we'll send him some coffee and stuff. Actually, I don't think we can legally send this over the UK, actually, because it's got the CBD oil.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do that.
I'll send you some other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody over there that's watching over there in England, if you remember me, give me a shout. I'd love to catch up with some of you. I mean, I've lost touch with one of the guys that, and this will lead me into a story, but one of the guys that I used to go with the Green Street Cafe Society, when we used to go on our own, when West Ham came over and played at Columbus, we all met down this Irish pub, and because we had a few beers once again, obviously, but and all of a sudden down the street comes walking this guy, and I thought, fucking hell, I know him. It's one of the guys I used to go with over there. Nice. Yeah, so we talked for a little while, and then but I've never seen anybody else or spoken to anybody else, for years. I haven't seen anybody. So that was fantastic to see that. But anyway, so at Columbus. Now, I know you've spoken to Costia before about the incident that happened up there.
And the guy from Columbus.
And Kevin.
Kevin from Columbus. That was our first interview, was the guy from Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, E13.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. Yeah, that's right. You were talking to him. Now, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what started it off there. All I know was that I was looking down, and because we had the big ICF 30 years undefeated flag was up there, and then they made them take that down. So it was going off down there, and we didn't know what was going off. You could see a little bit of smoke. They was spraying pepper spray and whatever they were spraying down there on the West Ham, not the Columbus.
Of course.
But so I don't know what happened, but I think Columbus, they were there and they were looking for a bit. They thought they was a bit tasty and they could take us on.
That's the impression that I got. Yeah.
But but it was the West Ham that went walking around there. So I don't know what started it off. But anyway, later on in the day, I was with my wife, my ex-wife at the time, and you know, I'd promised her the next day we'd go to the zoo, you know, before we went home, you know, because we're out drinking all day, and I was pretty drunk. Anyway, I walked out the back on the concourse to have a smoke near the end of the game, and there's three Columbus dudes standing there, and they're just standing there looking at me as I'm carrying on walking. Well, I got the cigarette in my hand and the lighter in the other hand, and I'm carrying on walking, and they just stand there looking at me. And so I said, well, I just put my arms out and I said, like, what, do you want it or something?
Excuse me.
And all of a sudden, there's 10 of them there. Well, once again, I've been drinking. I carried on walking. And the next thing you know, my wife has come and jumped in between right before I got to these fucking dudes. And she said, oh, please don't start anything, don't start anything. Well, one of these fucking assholes grabbed her by the neck and threw her on the floor.
What?
Yeah. So then the next thing you hear is like, there's a load of West Ham coming out behind, and you hear, fucking hell, they just threw his old lady on the floor. So they come steaming up. So I've got my arm just about to fucking hit this dude, and all of a sudden, a hand grabs hold of my hand and pulls it back, and I turn around, it's the fucking old Bill.
Oh.
But they saw what had happened, and these Columbus guys went fucking running off. I went running after them, and then the police were running me after them. Well, 20 minutes later, I came back fucking limping. I tore my meniscus in my knee.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
So my wife was all right. She was just a bit shook up, you know.
Yeah.
But, the worst thing about that, though, was I still had to go to the zoo the next day walking around with a fucking torn meniscus.
Oh. You still went to the zoo?
We still went to the zoo. A great time was had by not all. She had a good time. I didn't have a good time.
It sounded like more of a zoo at the match than at the zoo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I remember after the fact, after, you know, I'd been home a few weeks and started seeing some shit on these forums and everything, and these Columbus people were fucking running their mouths on there. But, you know, if they were back in England doing that, man, you would never have got away with the way you were talking.
Oh, yeah.
Thought you were talking shit about West Ham and what we're like and who we are, blah blah blah, and what you think you are.
Yeah.
They would have done. They would have done you with a blindfold on, one hand tied behind their back. You know.
Oh, no question about it.
Who do you think you are? I mean, grow up. I mean, fucking hell, how long have you been a team? Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you get a lot of well, not a lot. I mean, to be fair, not actually very many, but you get some Americans who want to go out and be, you know, Elijah Wood from Green Street and be hooligans, tough guys, and it's kind of sad. It's sad. It's a sad thing to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, and I think you're right. There are some people that think, you know, that, oh yeah, well, we like football now. Now we watch the game. We know we can be part of this, but you know, I'm not. Yeah, you can be part of it, but you know, number one, those days are gone.
Yeah.
You know, those days are gone, and you know, and I know they've gone, but you know, but I still get, if someone says rubs me the wrong way, it fucking pisses me off. But and I got a story about that as well. But yeah, but I don't go out, and I've never actually gone out anywhere looking, and I've gone out for a fight. That's not what I am.
Right.
I've gone out to enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere, be part of the experience for the whole day. And it's just unfortunate sometimes that I've been in the wrong place at the wrong time, or wherever you want to look at it, the right place at the right time. But I didn't go there intentionally going there for this shit.
Right.
But I'm not going to turn around and say, oh, fucking hell, I don't want to go with him. I'll go and catch the next train. You know?
So I've always wondered about something. Where does the expression "Old Bill" come from?
Yeah, you'd have to ask me another time. I can't remember right now.
Because I know it means the police, right? Which most people watching this probably know that already. Maybe some American fans don't. I don't know, but it's a good expression. The Old Bill. I just don't know. I don't work out. I'll look it up. You know what? We'll figure it out later on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of things. You know, I could probably come out after we're off the air. I go out there and say, "Oh shit, that's what it is." Fucking hell, I forgot all of. But yeah.
Tell us next time. It's fine. Yeah, tell us next time. So yeah, so okay, so what's the next? What's your next story? What's the next one?
Okay. Did I tell you about? Did I tell you? No. So we're playing Tottenham. Did I tell you this game? We played Tottenham, and we was down at Marjorie's, down at the pub we used to watch it at, and it was last season when we got robbed. Where we should have had a penalty right at the end and tied the game up, but we lost the game. So the Tottenham were around the other side of the bar. So at the end of the game, I went round there. You know, I didn't go around there for a fight, but I went round there to fucking have a bit. I went round there to have a little bit of a dig at them and say something to them, you know. But so I said to him, so does the referee? Do you guys? Does the referee suck your dicks, or is it just the team?
I wish I could have been there for that.
This one guy fucking got it. He laughed, blah blah blah. But this other guy was like, you know what? Shut the fuck up and go away. And I said, dude, I'm having a fucking laugh. Your mate there is laughing. Fuck off, he said. Go away.
We need to go. We need to go to an away day together next year. For sure.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
Please, let's start a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, we won't tell our wives until we get back, though.
Yeah. Well, I told anyone that I'm with now. I tell them this is who I am.
Tottenham away or Sheffield away or what?
Oh, yeah. I've been. Oh, I got. Well, hold on. I'll get to that in a minute, Chibble.
All right. Sorry.
So this dude telling me to fuck off. So I said, well, you fuck off. Guys, come on. You gonna have a go or something? What's your problem? So it got quite heated, and then the bar staff came around and told me that if I don't fucking leave, they'd bar me. So I said, well, all right. I said, fuck it. I'll go outside and I'm going to wait for him outside. I'll just wait for him as soon as he comes out. I'll fucking clobber the cunt. So, and they said, oh, if you do that, you're barred as well. I said, oh, yeah, whatever, man. But so anyway, my nephew who lives up in Charlotte, North Carolina, is Tottenham. So he's my stepbrother. They're Tottenham. And he's always giving me shit on Facebook. And, you know, and he knows how to wind me up because I end up telling him to fucking basically go and jump in front of the traffic or something, you know. it pisses me off so bad. But anyway, this was about 2 months after that happened, that game. He sends me a message. And he said, do you know anything about that? What happened down in the pub down there? He said, someone having a go at this Tottenham dude. I said, yeah, that was me. And he said, blah, blah, blah. He said, well, that's made its way all the way up to Charlotte, North Carolina, that I had to go at this dude down there. So word travels. So they're talking about me. And on the same note, I just saw him this past weekend. I was up in Charlotte, and he said to me they was in Hooligans, a bar there in Charlotte.
That's what it's called?
They have a Hooligans bar in Charlotte?
Yeah, it's called Hooligans. But they was in there, and he was saying that I know there's some West Ham going there occasionally because I've been in there with them.
Yeah.
But he said he's telling me like it's basically a Tottenham bar now. But so he said they was in there, and there was some West Ham in there, and they started having a get, you know, something was going on between them. And the West Ham, they must know me. Obviously, they know me because I've been up there a few times. But one of them said to my nephew, "Yeah, you wouldn't be fucking saying that if our English buddy from down there in Charleston was up here." My nephew said, "Is his name Gary?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "That's my uncle." Oh, they said, "Oh, fucking get him a beer."
We've had the Charlotte guys on here. We've had
Jason Schechter from
Queen
City. Yeah,
Yeah.
City.
Good dude. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, it was, you know, like I said to you last time, I like to travel, and I'd love to come, you know, even if just up here on the East Coast, we could get together one place in Central, you know, on the East Coast. Just, I mean, as not regular, like every every 2 weeks or something. But you know,
Yeah.
a few times a season we can meet up somewhere and all get together, because there's nothing better than being in the pub, having a beer with a fucking pub full of your West Ham boys in there.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, you know, it helps if you win, but you know, even if not, you know, we get to meet each other.
Exactly.
It's a day out. Yeah, it's a day out. Yeah.
That's the reason why we wanted to showcase all the different supporters groups to kind of entice other people who are sitting at home watching the games
Right.
to get out there, because it's the next closest thing that you could have to actually going to the pub before a match or after the match over in England. If you can't get there, well, there's tons of West Ham supporters here in the country that you could have a drink with or have a laugh with. And
yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, and I like,
and they're all good people too. So far, we've met every single one's awesome so far.
yeah, I mean, you know, and it's not just about, and I've told our guys as well, like, it's not just about, you know, these bar owners and are opening their doors for us to come in there, showing these games for us, even the early games and all that stuff. So don't fucking turn up at 10 o'clock and then fucking as soon as the whistle goes, fucking leave. Show your appreciation.
Yeah.
Stay there. Have a chat with your boys and have a couple more beers. Show them a little bit of appreciation. You appreciate what they do.
Well, that's why they're called supporters clubs,
Right.
I mean, it's more that atmosphere than just match buddies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Match pals, pen pals, or something. No, it's an environment. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is not going to happen, by the way. But I had my boys around the house one day, and I cooked them a traditional English roast dinner.
Oh yeah.
And they fucking love it. That's all they go on about now. I asked them, I said, well, we're doing it tonight, round yours or round mine? And they said, well, if we're having roast potatoes, I'm round at yours. They were just
awesome.
said, oh yeah, we can do the next show while you're up, a cookery show, it's cookery story show, while you're sitting there cooking, telling stories. I said, no, that's not going to work.
Actually, that's a great idea. I love that idea.
Like, listen, I've been craving an English breakfast for, I can't tell you, like a proper one, like in how long.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, that would be awesome. Yes, we should spin off and give you a cooking show.
I think that's absolutely brilliant. I do.
You know what I can cook? I can cook fucking eggs on toast, beans on toast, and I can cook a Sunday roast. But a Sunday roast goes on for it's a few hours. You got to cook that.
Yeah. We'd have to like have you film it, and then we'd cut it and edit it to shrink it down.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. And it'll be I don't know what it's going to turn out like, because I'll be drunk as shit.
That's the
whole thing. It's
just as long as you don't injure yourself or burn the place down.
Oh yeah.
You know,
well, not too severely anyway. Get into yourself a little bit.
Bumping your head, you know. As
long as it's
knocking your knee or stubbing your toe. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm used to that shit. Yeah. No, yeah, but that would be fun. You know, we could maybe film that, and then we could send that to you. You could cut it into different pieces, or maybe when we're on here, I don't know, work something out where you can slip a little bit of that in, and you know.
Oh yeah. No,
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Because as the show, as we're going along and doing all these episodes, I mean, we've been evolving as it is, and we're going to evolve even more. And even just so everybody knows, going into next season, there's a lot of changes, not changes, but like a lot of things that we're adding to expand the show and stuff like this. And once we can figure out or bring someone in, if you guys are watching and you are any good at editing videos and you want to jump on board with us, there's no money in it, but there's passion, and that's what we're all about. So if you're willing to devote some time to help us edit videos, we have a lot of cool ideas like this cooking show with Gary and other ideas that we haven't mentioned yet because we're not gonna yet. But a lot of cool things coming up.
Well, I told one show coming up soon. I've got to have some of my boys on here because I think there might be. I said, look, everyone probably thinks the Holy City Hammers is fucking Gary. You know what I mean? But they haven't seen anybody else yet.
That was the original plan. Was just to do supporters group shows and to have everybody. We do a whole go around trying to get every single supporters group done, and then go back and bring other people from those same supporters groups with just different people on. So absolutely, listen, we have plenty of dates in mid to late June and after, wide open. So if they want, it's first come, first serve. Really, just you gotta reach out to me and I'll set something up with them and we'll get them on.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
than happy to. We want everybody to be heard. Is the point?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it's good. It is good. I mean, I haven't listened to every show. I mean, it's kind of
There's a lot.
It's a lot. You know, it's a lot.
We don't expect.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't watch them, and then all of a sudden, I'll on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll sit there and watch 2 or 3 at a time.
Oh, nice.
But you know, it's
I don't know how Wally and Gabe can be there for every single episode.
No, I haven't watched all the episodes either. All right, the ones I haven't been on, some of them I haven't been on, I haven't watched yet.
right. Yeah. Well, but you know, but it's great to listen to. It's great to listen to all the other different people around the country. Listen to their stories of how they become a fan and everything else. You know,
that's my favorite part. Yeah.
From me, because it's basically I'm like one of your English viewers.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
absolutely.
That's where I'm from. That's who I am, and that's how I was brought up. So to listen to, I've listened to my guys, all their views and everything else, how they became, and I've told you about how some of them. I mean, one of them, he actually said that it was Green Street Hooligans that
yeah.
Made him. That. Yeah,
we've had 2 guests on that said that actually. Yeah. One of them I know for sure was Jared from Oklahoma.
Yep.
But dude. Yeah, great dude. And just I mean, yeah, we have had a couple other, English born guests that like John from Vegas, who's actually on the chat room tonight.
Right.
Hello, what's up, John?
John.
And then Wayne from Dallas. Obviously, he was born in Wimbledon.
Yep. Yeah.
But he was a Hammer from from Go. He wasn't a Wimbledon.
One of the guys from Chicago too.
Oh yeah, Chicago Hammers.
The young guy from Chicago.
Not Justin. It was,
I remember that one. I remember there was 3 of them there, right?
There was 3 of them. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to sell.
Which we find. I mean, so me and Lee, we find most fascinating. Them over here and hearing their perspective, being here,
right?
And as a Hammer fan and trying, how do you survive out here being a Hammer fan and not being back home? You know, and the supporters groups really,
Yeah. I mean, it's been in there all my life, in my heart all my life, and it'll always stay there. But so coming over here, it's not the same, but it's not going nowhere.
Yeah,
it's not going to stop me from being a fan. It actually, I actually. Like my company I work for, I mean, we're always busy, and they told us Saturdays is mandatory unless you hear any different from us. Yeah. So I called another company and I said, "Nah, fuck this. I'm not working on Saturday. This is my day, Saturday."
There you go. Yeah.
I called another company and I told my company I'm leaving. I'm going to quit because I'm not working Saturdays. Saturdays is what my love. Happens on a Saturday, and it happens on a Saturday morning 9 times out of 10.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to give up my one love in life right now to come and work.
And the loyalty and passion that you, me, we all have, no matter when we started or when what our scenarios are. What I found with the West Ham supporters so far is that we're the most loyal, really. We really are, and Lee can attest to that. He said that many times, but
no doubt about it.
I mean,
yeah,
we're all this.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't see any of us going, you know what? Fuck this. I hate West Ham. I'm done.
No,
right.
You know what I mean? I can't see
that. You've done it, right? I mean, there's been plenty of chances.
Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, we're still along. So
you've only got to look back, and you go back to the 80s and 90s and we've been up and down more times than a pair of oars drawers, but
yes.
Yeah,
but Man United have been relegated back in the 80s.
Chelsea, Man City, I mean, they all have, really.
All have. But you look at their crowds when they were playing in Division 2 back then. Fucking half a stadium.
Yeah, nobody went.
You look at our stadium every fucking week, whether we're in Premier or whether it was Division 1 back then.
Yeah.
Or or we're in Division 2 or the Championship, whatever it is. You barely saw an empty fucking seat in there, man. Barely saw an empty seat. We would sell out our away allocation. I can't remember the last time I saw something where we didn't sell out our away allocation.
And you can always hear the West Ham fans away. Always.
Bubbles, always.
Yeah,
No matter how little, or even if it's 2,000.
Yeah.
You know, or 10,000, doesn't matter.
Even if we're losing 3-0, it doesn't matter. You can hear them anyway.
Always hear Bubbles. Always hear.
But you know what? A lot of these teams fucking have their stadium. They put the away support the furthest point away they can, so and so you don't try not to let the media hear it. You know, Newcastle, they put you fucking right up the top in the nosebleeds, fucking out of sight. You can't even see them during the game at all. They're way out of sight, but you still fucking hear them.
You still hear them. All right, so we got like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Do you have one more for us while we're here?
I'm trying to look. I left my main list at home, so I'm trying to look. Oh yeah. This is Bobby Moore.
Oh.
I worked a night shift back there in England for a few years, and I used to work nights. So I'd finish work like 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and I'd go home, shower, change, and then I'm off to West Ham for the day. Even if we're going up to Newcastle, Sunderland, wherever we were. And that's my excuse why I got drunk a lot, because I had no sleep. But it's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway. So I used to work nights, come home in the mornings, and I'd come out of Upton Park Station, walk past the stadium, and then go into I'd normally go into Green Street Cafe, grab some breakfast before I went home. When I'm walking down there one day and I see all this commotion down there outside the stadium, I thought, what the fuck's going on? It was the morning that Bobby Moore died.
Oh.
So the roads were packed, and I just found out about it. I hadn't heard.
Yeah.
And Sky Sports News were down there, so I was standing around, just in shock. And then Sky Sports News came up to me and asked me to speak, to go on TV and live, and tell me my thoughts. But I was, for one, I mean, I just got off work. I really didn't want to go on there, but secondly, I didn't know what to say. I was just in shock.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's one of my biggest things that I regret that I've lost in that fire. That I had so many photographs of outside the gates, inside the gates, all the way up to the stadium, of the flowers and the tributes and everything that was there. It was just unbelievable. I mean, I went there and looked at it so many times, and every time I had tears in my eyes when I walked away from there. It was unbelievable. I mean, to see some of the shirts, the scarves, just the boots. Kids had put their boots down there and left little messages. Just to see the different clubs that had been down there and left their stuff there, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's something that I'll never, ever, ever forget in all my life.
Do you remember, are you old enough to remember watching Bobby Moore play for West Ham?
Yeah, I did. I did, but I didn't. It was at the end of his career at West Ham.
Right.
I mean, I did see him because no, did I see him or did I not see him? I'm trying to remember now.
You all right, Lee?
I think I did.
Buzzing. I'm telling him, just watching for this thing to come dive bomb me. No, go ahead.
No, I think I did. I maybe saw him one game because when we won, he was playing at Fulham in the '75 Cup final, and I was 14 then, so I had just started going to a game every now and again, and I believe I did go to one game. Yeah.
He was so young too. He was like 50 in his 50s, 53, 54, something like that.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's. I saw him. I know Gonzo spoke about, people, the youngsters nowadays, you're watching like footage and stuff like that, that
Yeah.
everything's in HD, but so all the older stuff. But I mean, I used to watch it on TV back in the day when I when I was still over there in black and white and whatever it was before it came color. So I mean, I watched Bobby Moore all the time when he was on TV.
That's crazy. I can't imagine, like, because we're Claret and Blue is such a big thing. As a West Ham fan, and
Yeah.
to having to watch that in black and white. But then I can imagine the day that you actually get to go to a match back then would have been like, whoa, color.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
right.
Like,
that's the
insane.
color we wear. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it would be like that much more, elaborate almost because you're so used to just watching it black and white. Whereas we see what we see. It looks exactly the same on the field.
Right. Well, that's one of my favorite shirts of all time. Is back in the day then, but it was an away.
I love the old school shirts.
Yeah.
I really do.
Like it's similar to one of the ones you've got hanging up there, the blue away shirt.
This is my favorite. Well, I can't really pull it down, but yeah, this
the
blue with the maroon stripe, the claret stripes.
Yeah, the claret hoops around it. Yeah,
I thought that's my favorite style, the old version.
The original one, yeah, the round.
Yeah, I love that, and I love this one too. I still,
Yeah.
that's my favorite recent shirt.
Right. Yeah, that's
so good.
Yeah, that's my and that was when you saw that you knew that was. I mean, I know it wasn't Claret and Blue, the home shirt, but you knew that was West Ham. That meant West Ham when you saw that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely iconic. Definitely. Yeah, you can find them if you want to spend a lot of money. You can find some, fairly authentic reproductions of those things. But
yeah, well, like I just said to them before we come on air that I'm going to look around. I'm going to buy me a few more retro shirts because I've lost most of my retro shirts and
yeah,
I need to get a few more.
To give a friend's show, their sponsor a plug, there's actually a company called 3 Retro, 3retro.co.uk.
Okay.
They sell almost reproductions, but every single reproductions of every single mate. I mean, like, how do I put it? Jeez, my fucking English no good tonight. Me English no good.
My English no, and me not understanding. No.
Shit, seriously. Just go to 3retro.co.uk and search West Ham, and you'll see dozens of different West Ham shirts, the old styles, at an awesome discount, at awesome deals. Like if you go to classicfootballshirts.co.uk or classicfootballshirts.com and other companies like that, or Score, Draw. I mean, that's the company that makes all those shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you'll find them, but they're not cheap. I mean, even the West Ham shop, they're not cheap. So go to 3retro.co.uk. John Phillips, you better thank me for that plug. Thank you.
Yeah, John's good. John's a good guy. He's helped us out before.
Yeah, I appreciate that as well, John. Thanks. So speaking of shirts, what do you think of the if that is our new one with the kind of retro, the chevrons?
But that's the thing. So they're saying that it's not gonna be as angled.
Yeah.
That it used to be. So it's gonna be flat.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same. No, I think it should look very similar. It should definitely be.
Yeah.
The V.
If it's not like that, don't have it flat. At least put it a little bit in.
Right.
Yeah, because then it looks like a claret. I'm sorry, a blue woman's shoulders are out of her shirt. You know what I mean? Blue alien.
Just bring back the, what is it? That was, I think, 75, 76. That shirt was the Cup Winners' Cup Final shirt. The lost Anderlecht. Right. Just bring back the 75, 76 home shirt and bring back the 1980 away shirt from the FA Cup Final.
I love that white
Everybody's
one.
Everybody's going to buy both of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm buying both of those if they come back like that.
It just pisses me off because
white away shirts with the claret and blue, on the sleeves. Yeah, I mean, just make it simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah, and not try to just to freshen things up. I'm sick of people freshening things up and putting their own Umbro or Nike or whatever stamp on these old versions. Just fucking put that out like the original.
Yeah,
I mean, just
if it's not, don't fucking fix it. I mean, if you loved it, we loved it back in the days.
Exactly. Like, we're gonna kind of make it, and don't lie about it either. Like there was a lot of lies about, oh yeah, it's gonna be almost identical, but almost they mean not at all.
So just make it identical. Make it. I mean,
that's what I mean.
It's funny to me because if you think about, there are American sports franchises that have looked the same for You know, the Boston Red Sox have worn the same uniforms for 120 years, and people still buy the stuff. You know, they buy the hats, they buy the jerseys. It looks nice. You know, I'm not like a big baseball fan, but they don't have to change it every year.
Liar.
What?
You love baseball.
Oh,
Don't you?
I don't love it. I know a little bit of. I remember, like, okay, because I remember some old Texas Rangers from the '80s.
No, that's me. No. No. Well, yeah, but no. Fucking, you go to Spinners games, man. You go.
Oh, okay, I do
You
go
got
to
the Royals hat and the jacket and stuff like that. And
Okay. I love baseball stuff. I will admit. I love baseball hats. I love baseball jerseys. I will admit that. I have a Royals jacket that I really like. True. I love baseball stuff. I don't watch it on TV pretty much ever. But I will go to the Spinners. But baseball stuff looks very good. But that's what I mean. Like, so, you know, the Red Sox hat has mostly been the same for I don't know how many years, decades. People still buy them. They buy tons of them. They buy them all the time. You don't need a new one every year, but people buy them anyway. You know, bring back a West Ham shirt from '76 and the 1980 FA Cup Final shirt, and it's just
that'd have been great. Yeah,
be better than that. It's perfect. You know,
but the mock-ups and everything else, and even Gonzo was talking about it. God, it's not as the chevrons aren't slanted. You know,
what
is the point?
Terrible. Like straight across.
Yes.
My tits are big enough as it is. I don't need.
You must have seen because they basically the mock-ups are already out there pretty much. It's just they said, oh, this is almost like it, but it's not it. But everybody's now saying that no, that's it. And there was a picture of what's his name, Arnie wearing one, and then Noble and Lanzini. It's been all over social media.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
that's what they're talking about.
I saw that one, but to me, as far as I can remember, they were slightly angled. They weren't straight across.
Oh.
The one I saw was not only straight across; it didn't even have stripes. It was just like a blue.
Yeah, there was
blue shoulders and a claret bottom.
Right.
But the away shirts looked really nice. I was into buying the away shirts anyway for some reason. I
always like the away shirts, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop fucking buying them and having names put on the back and numbers because it fucking I
take your chances. I
bought a Lanzini shirt when I first bought it, and when I got it, it was with his original number before they gave him a squad number.
I have that too. Yes, I have like 26 or 28. Yeah,
26.
Yeah, 26. Yeah.
So then next time I wear it, and they're saying, "Well, fucking 26. Who's 26? It's Lanzini." No, it's not. His number so-and-so.
You know what? I have a Scott Parker, and I still wear it. I still love that shirt. That's the shirt I saw them play in when I went to the Bowl-In. I have somewhere, and I can't find it. I have a Matthew Jarvis. Don't ask me why. I thought he was going to be a good player.
Yeah, me too.
I have a Matthew Jarvis, but I don't know where it is.
And he was. It's just he didn't get the treatment.
Well, yeah.
Your shirt, Gary, I have a Carlton Cole from his last season.
Right.
He wore something like 24 or 26, or I can't remember. He wore a number in the 20s that last season.
Right.
Carlton, got a Jarvis, got a Parker, got this season was an Issa Diop. I got Issa Diop for this season. Felt pretty good about him. I love getting the names on the back. The thing is, I mean, you wear them around here, people don't know the difference anyway, right?
It looks awesome. It looks much better, but I don't have a single name or number on any of my jerseys. Because of the same reason that Wayne had mentioned when Wayne was on. He said that he's going to stop doing it as well because every time he picks somebody, they end up getting sold the next season.
Yeah,
or they end up leaving us.
Well, my last season at the Bowl-In, my home shirt for that, I've got Pyatt on the back. I'm never going to wear it.
I'd buy one right now. I mean, I would love to buy a Pyatt shirt. I still will always hold a fucking place in my heart for that guy, man. He was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Great memories.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And I, honest to God, whatever kit that we come out with next season, I'm putting Tompkins in number 5 in the back.
There you go.
There you go.
You can always go with just the 6, like the Bobby Moore number 6, because you never had his name on the back, right?
Right.
It was the first league to put names on the back. The old North American Soccer League, first league to put names on the back of the shirts.
Birkenbauer, all them, yeah.
It just used to be numbers back in the day, and some teams never even had that. You'd have it on their shorts, a little number on their shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the numbers were squad numbers, right? It was like it was the number. It was like in rugby. It was corresponding to the position that you played. Basically.
Yeah. I mean, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Sponsors didn't come to the 80s, right? I'm thinking.
Who's that?
The sponsorships, they didn't really come to the 80s, right?
No.
No.
There's a whole. You know what? There's a really good story that I read years ago about the first club in Europe to have a sponsor. Somebody in South America had one going way, way back. but it was a German club. Was the first club in Europe to have a sponsor. The German league didn't allow it. The Bundesliga didn't allow it. It's like in the late 70s. And so they changed the name of the club to Jägermeister so they could have a Jägermeister sponsor. And anyway, it led to today's, obviously everybody, other sponsors. What the French kids today? The French kids have like 15 sponsors on them. They look like NASCAR drivers. They're much worse than in England. But I like. I don't know. I like to get the name of the number on the back, but I have an Arnautovic from last season. Last season's away shirt is an Arnautovic, and of course then that sort of fell apart. There were the rumors over this last summer that he was going to leave in January. So whatever.
I got an Arnautovic from this past season and the season before.
Yeah,
I got who did I get? The away shirt I got. Oh God! Now see, this is what my memory's like.
It's those blows to the head. That's what it is.
Yeah, but anyway, but the third kit was Wiltshire, and then I thought, well, fuck me, it's the third kit I've hardly ever worn it. Plus, it's got Wiltshire on it. Am I ever going to wear it?
That third kit was so weird to me.
It's funny. You're right. You're right, Lee. And now I'm like, you know what? Shit. When they went on clearance, I should have bought one. I'm like, you know what? I kind of.
The thing is, I saw a guy wearing one in Boston when we went to the event in Boston.
Yes.
It looked pretty good.
It did look good in person.
Wearing it out, it actually looked pretty good.
And I love white kits, even though it's like dirty white.
I love white kits too. I always end up spilling stuff on them and having to like spray and wash it out, But yeah, I love the white kits too. Yeah.
Every time I go into the pub wearing whatever kit I'm wearing, because I always buy all three of them every season now. First, away, and third. And every time I walk into the pub, I always get complimented on what good shirts we have, how they like our shirts. And it's like, why can't we get that? Shirts like that.
I buy them at the end of the season when they go on sale.
Yeah, me too.
So, and I usually buy one per season.
It's so expensive for us.
Well, that's because the shipping is crazy to get them over here. It's crazy. Yeah.
But if you order it from an American company like soccer.com or World Soccer Shop or something like that, it's fucking $95.
It costs twice as much.
Plus shipping.
Yeah. This season I got a bag for when I coach my kids team. I got a bag to carry like gear in. I got 2 balls for the boys, and I got matching shirts. I got the away shirt for all 3 of us. But I didn't get printing on theirs because it's so expensive to get printing on the name and number on the bag. I just got theirs blank.
That's something else that happens to me every season. I've just bought a new shirt and paid for this and paid for that, and then the following week they come out, free printing this weekend.
Oh, that happened to me.
Yeah.
Yes, that happened to me. I had just bought my shirt, and I had just bought the boys' shirts with no printing because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And it saves like $30-$40 not to get them printed. And then it's like the next week I get an email saying, "Oh, free printing."
Yeah. Or free shipping.
Free
world shipping.
It always happens that way. I never know, but it always happens that way. They have Ken. My friend Ken gave them shirts that have Pender on the back, have my last name on the back, and number 10, and that's customized for them. And those are really nice. But Isaac's is too small now; it doesn't fit him anymore. So my little guy wears his big brother's shirt, but they're about to filter out of being able to wear them, so I had to get them replacements. But
can I just say, now we're talking about shirts. We've just been talking about, because we don't have any like merchandise for our club right now.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what we want to get done. Some t-shirts made, some scarves, stickers. If anybody that's out there, has got some good links for where we can get this stuff done, some good prices and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you wouldn't mind letting us know, whether it's through the American Hammers TV, or if you've got our Holy City Hammers link, just send us a message. We'd appreciate it, really would.
Yeah, you guys are on
somebody out there, because they had Scott from Denver had a whole series of shirts that supporters clubs had made up behind him when we talked to him.
Yeah, he would be the one to talk to.
So he'd definitely be one to talk to, or he could probably put you in touch with somebody who could do it. We thought about we need to get some American Hammers TV gear.
We do, but we need to make some money. But we're not making any money off this.
more subscribers. That way, when you get enough subscribers, we start making money. We can put it back into the show. And we
Yeah,
can,
if anybody wants to donate, yeah, feel free.
show up your 1940s microphone. This is
Yeah, whippersnappers. Getting income poops.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
He's like he's broadcasting to the.
Well, I usually have it a lot lower, but Lee said he couldn't friggin' hear me. So,
You should use that one night and then just put it in black and white, man.
It's very cool. I think I actually like it. I want to get.
wonder if we can get some effects, like black and white effects. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you like conventional on that thing.
All right.
America and all the ships at sea. Anyway,
Yeah. I got to quickly because we're over time here, man. I'm sorry, but thank you again for Gary for all the awesome stories. We're gonna definitely have you back. I don't know exactly when, but there are dates in June and July, like obviously wide open. I'd like to get you at least once a month, at least on here. It's just we still have some other supporters groups that we have to get in there too. So
Absolutely,
we have Los Angeles Hammers on Sunday. Potentially, we're going to be having another large group of people on Monday night to do a season review. Not all, but a bunch of people who were not on the previous season review that we had with like a shit ton of guests.
Yeah.
So we're going to do another go around with other people so you can hear other people's opinions from West Ham supporters from all different parts of the country.
Yeah.
I know so far we have Scott Davis from Denver. We have Jeremiah Carson from Northern Colorado, Fort Collins, right? Yeah, and then we got Gina from Colorado, so Colorado, and we got James from Knoxville, Ryan from Bayou, and we're waiting for another couple confirmations for that episode. So anyway, I gotta mention there's other episodes.
We got Kenny, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Our first ex-player. Our first
ex-player, yeah. I'm falling off my freaking chair here.
We got Kenny Brown. Kenny Brown on
Kenny Brown.
Yeah.
West Ham defender for all you youngins that don't know.
I've seen him play many, many times. He was a good. I liked him, Kenny Brown. Good player.
Yeah, I guess his dad was a good player too back in the day, which is kind of interesting. So we'll talk to him about that and whatnot. But I believe it's going to be Lee on that one. I'm not going to be on that one. We're looking for another guest co-host for that one.
Monday at 2.
Monday at 2.
So everybody's got the day off, so there's no excuse. Put your grills, close your grills, grab a beer, or bring your laptop outside. I don't care. But Monday at 2, you got the day off. We know it, so there's no excuse not to be there. You got to be there.
So we got LA on Sunday. We got Kenny Brown on Monday. We have potentially a that supporters group orgy of people saying their season reviews, for lack of better words. And then we have Kostya on for a full episode on the 30th, and then we have John from Las Vegas. So he was on the chat room tonight. John from Las Vegas on the 2nd. We have Cleveland Hammers on the 6th. And we have
Did we freeze up here?
We're still going. You're fine.
Wally and Gabe.
Yes. Our buddies
on the 9th.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. They've been good, loyal.
We have a bunch more in the works. I know in June we're definitely going to have some of the female West Ham women players. And we're trying to get the head coach as well. He said he wants to do this show. We just need to figure out a way to get him in here. And then a bunch of other people. I know Nikki Hawkins from West Ham Fan TV has agreed to do a show with us and whatnot. So,
you did freeze up now. Now he did freeze up.
Who? He or me?
I think everybody except for me.
It's frozen up. I don't know whether we're frozen up or they're frozen up. But it might be because they've gone over time. We said we're well over time.
This is all right. Well, anyway,
you can still see me moving.
It's okay.
We'll talk to you later, guys.
All right. Let him go. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Thank you.